just a safety net, just to, you know, make sure I'm safe and not missing anything. Okay, so we're playing 16-23, our highest opponent so far. We're going to go with d4 again. d5, okay. We're going to go c4. See what he does against the Queen's Gambit. Alright, even 1600 players are doing this. So we're taking the pawn, we're playing e4 next move. We've seen this a couple times. Okay, if he takes with the queen, we just play knight c3. His queen moves, then we play e4. Pretty similar situation. Okay, so I can't play e4 yet because the knight takes. So we just go knight f3, I believe. This should be okay. Despite not being able to play e4, I do have a better position, mainly because I have more space in the center. And his queen's going to get kicked around a lot. So we're going to play knight e5, I believe. The knight might end up on c4, actually. Yeah, so we're going knight c4. Okay, he goes all the way over. I think I might actually just play b5 here. Or, I'm sorry, e4 here, not b5. Play e4 here, let him trade queens, but then I get the space in the center. I think it's okay. Might not be, though. Might not be just yet. Maybe bishop f4 is better. Let's go bishop f4 here. Stop him from playing e5, and then I'll play e4 pretty soon. Yeah, my RD's got to be pretty low. I've played, I don't know exactly how many, but I've played a decent amount of games on here by now. Okay, knight d5, not a problem, I'll just retreat. Yeah, I've played, it looks like, 79 games, and I know that quite a few of them were me resigning to a computer, at least the first 15 to 20-ish were me resigning to a computer just to tank the rating down. So that's really where I lost the RD. Alright, we're playing f3 here. I would like to play e4. I gotta play f3 before I do that. f3 and then e4. This also stops his knight from coming in. Alright, queen b5. I think we just e4. Now we have discovered attack threats on the queen. So I'm not agreeing with that queen b5 move. He has to move the queen again, pretty much. This line needs lots of calculation. I missed my chance to play your quest account. One day I was 200 above you. Next day I lost more than 100, and you passed my rating range till I came online. You have played my main account, though. Okay, so you've played me before. So I want to make sure everybody gets a fair chance to play me. On Friendly Friday in the future, you can definitely send me some challenges on my main account. Have I lost a game in this challenge? Yeah, I've lost 2 games so far, I believe. I lost both were on time. The first one I lost, I had checkmate in 2 moves, and I was busy talking to you guys in the chat. The second one I lost was actually today. I lost on time, but I kind of messed up the tactics in the position a bit, so no real excuses for that one. But I was better. I made maybe a bad tactical decision when I was low on time, and ended up costing me. Alright, so what's going on here? I think I'm just going to play rook to b1. Hit the b7 pawn. This makes it hard for his bishop to develop, because then I take the pawn. He plays e6. Okay, so this bishop on c8's bad now. And I think I can just get away with knight to d6 check. Yeah, so knight d6, take. This is what happens when you get the queen early out, no real piece development. Yep, that's exactly the point. So we're going bishop e5. This king is also terribly placed here now. Terribly placed. I think I'm going to play queen c1 here. There's kind of a hidden threat with the move. Actually, it's a double threat. I'm threatening queen a3 check, hitting the king. I'm also threatening g4 now to trap his queen. We'll see if he spots both. It's actually not hard to, or it's not easy to stop both of the ideas. Alright, so I could queen a3. I think g4 just wins, or it gets close to winning. Okay, he can go back to g6, but we'll kick him. Well, we don't need to do that, I guess. Putting the queen on g6 doesn't really benefit us. Let's just check here. Move the king back, and then we're going to take the pawn. Move the king back and take the pawn. Next, I'll play like queen d6 and just kind of jump in his position. Yeah, we're going to go queen to d6, I believe. This threatens a checkmate in, I don't know, 3 moves or so. Rook b8 is a checkmate threat. Bishop takes f6 is a threat. He's kind of done for at this point. Rook d8 is like his only move here, I think. Rook to d8. That's all he's got, I think. Yeah, so he defends. However, he can't move anything, really. This bishop can't move because then I play queen e7 checkmate. So I think we could just play bishop d3 and then get castled or something like that. Or bishop c4. Maybe bishop c4 is a little better. d3 should be fine. And we'll get castled. He's pretty much completely frozen. King can't move, rook can't move, knight can't move, bishop can't move, queen doesn't have very many places to go. Yeah, I can just play king e2, honestly. I don't think I even need to do very much here. Play rook b1. Rook b8. Let's just play g4. I guess he has h5 here. Maybe that's a little annoying. But I think I am fine. Bishop f4. Queen h4. Bishop, actually, I'm sorry, just g5 myself. Keep everything kind of closed up. The knight's going to have to move, and then I'll play rook b8 next move, and it's pretty much over. Okay, so he's going to get some checks here. He'll get a couple checks. Can't stop everything. Rook to b8. He's out of checks, though, and I threaten checkmate in 2. Those queen waiting moves, yeah, he's really got nothing else he can do there. Alright, we take there. The rook's pinned. Rook b7. There's no way he can stop all these different checkmates, really. No way to stop everything. If he plays queen d5, I have queen e7. He can't stop e7 or d7 at the same time. Of course, I mean, you can sacrifice your queen, but that's not changing a whole lot. And then queen takes f7, checkmate. Alright, we'll analyze this one. Alright, oops, back up. Like I've said before, if any of you guys play d5 against d4, you need to play c6, e6, or take the pawn. Those are the 3 ways. We've seen lots of examples of knight f6 and how it's backfired, because usually white gets the strong pawn center. Now, I don't get it in this case, but I still do have extra space in the center, which is tough for black to fight back from. So I went knight f3, c6, knight e5, kick the queen around a bit, bishop f4. This is mainly to stop him from playing e5. If I do, I don't know, g3, he can play e5 and counterattack my center. So I played bishop f4 to stop that. He attacks me, I just retreat, take. Knight f6, f3, queen there is a mistake because I just play e4 and he has to move again. Rook b1, e6. And here, this is not too bad. Or I'm sorry, this is not too good for black at all. King is terrible, bishop's very bad, knight's not really doing much. And he's got all these weaknesses in his position. We just win a pawn, we jump in. I mean, he gets to move the queen around and kind of mess with us a bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a couple threats, and he can't stop everything. So notice how the development was bad from black. He never got castled. He lost pawns on the queen side. This is all because of his queen moving around almost, you know, a lot of different moves here. He really should play, let's say, from here, after e6. I'm sorry, after this. He should play bishop f5, knight c4, queen c7, g3, e6, bishop f4, Queen d7, bishop g2, bishop e7, castle, castle. Something like this is still good for white, but it's not the end of the world by any means. I have more space, but at least he's castled. At least he has a little bit of control of the center. But this really does go all the way back to this knight f6 move, which is not very good at all. So that's where I gain the space in the center, is off this one small move here. All right, Kivri, I